Dana. I stay at home. My husband works for Qualcomm, so I stay at home and take care of the kids. Do stuff with dogs. A lot of people ask me like why I do it, and it's fun. I mean, dogs, you know, versus kids. Dogs are much easier. They're just, what's the word? Unconditional, all the time. You know, they just always love you no matter what you do. It depends, you know, it depends on what they need. If we don't think they need medical care, I mean, they can go out the next day. And it's good, you get them into homes, moving around is kind of minimized. Most of our funding is private donations. You know, like we had somebody put us in their will this year and we got some money. We got $1,000 last year from somebody random, and I'm like, oh, how did you hear about us? Like, is this in honor of somebody, in memory of somebody? And she's like, no, we just wanted to give somebody $1,000, and somebody said you, and oh, that's great. We do cans at the events for people to donate. So adoptions, some corporate giving, some individuals, and the cans are the most of it. A lot of times, you know, the first person is the right person. You know, there's a lot of really great people out there. I'm not as strict as some rescues as far as who I adopt to. I'm probably a lot easier to adopt from than a lot of people right now. We're trying to get more volunteers because we used to have a ton. What tends to happen is we get a volunteer, they say, okay, we want to foster. Great. They, you know, we go down the shelter, get them a dog, find a dog, whatever, wherever we're getting it from. And they get this dog in their house and they're like, oh, we love him, we're gonna keep him. And there goes our foster, and we no longer have a volunteer because they are a failed foster is what we call them, which is fine. It's totally great, but it happens a lot. I figured this, I could keep anyone I wanted, you know, and most of the litters, I'm like, oh, I got that favorite. Like Murphy was a favorite in a litter I had, but she went to a family and it just didn't work out. So she came back, so we said, all right, well, she's ours now. Abby, when she came in, I knew within a day that I was keeping her. So all my dogs have been fosters that have failed for whatever reason. But maybe because I'm lucky. I mean, I've got a big space. I can have more dogs here. I have a great setup for puppies. It's easy for me to keep going. Well, like I said, I think animals give unconditional love. Right? I think it's an easier thing to do sometimes to help animals than people. Human beings are driven by so many more things, needs, wants. Their demands are more, and they're valid demands. You know, I need this to live. I need this to live. Dogs, food, water, place to sit. It's about all you need. Bed. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier, I think. And what they give back to you is very, very unconditional. Humans have conditions on everything. There's definitely a need for it. There's always puppies that need rescuing. You know, if they don't find people to take them, they're not always put in good situations. So I wouldn't change anything, I guess. I guess this is it. You know, I'm lucky I get to choose what I do. Not less of a commitment, not less of a time commitment, but I think the reward possibly is there's a lot of reward in rescue because dogs just show appreciation. And it's nice when we have rescue stuff, and it's not just us, any rescue. I think they'd rather see some of these animals go into rescue just because it's such a calmer environment for them.